The team that finished in third this past season on 104 points, 47 wins, the Los Angeles Kings.
Ooh.
Big addition following a big trade. Pierre-Luc Dubois comes over from the Winnipeg Jets in exchange for Gabe Vilardi, Alex Iafallo, Rasmus Kupari, and a second-round pick in 2024. So a big deal there, but they lock in PLD, presumably as their second-line center. And, of course, they have Kopitar, Philip Dano. I mean, you're looking good there despite giving up some of the forward depth. Defensively, not too many big changes. Probably look for Brant Clark to make this team at 20 years old and really take that step forward. He might not be the only younger player that really steps up. But the biggest change for them and the X factor of all of this is the goaltending. Maybe even more so than Seattle, because their goaltenders on roster. Phoenix Copley.
Yeah.
Cam Talbot. And big save Dave Riddick.
Oh, man.
Also under contract, JF Berube.
Yep, yeah.
Golden Knights expansion legend JF Berube.
PTO JF Berube.
Correct. And Eric Portillo as well, who's coming over from the college game previously with the Buffalo Sabres. This team goes as far as that goaltending can carry them. And on paper, you would not expect that goaltending to be able to carry them all that far.
Man, I will say this. David Riddick looks like a beer league goalie. I watched him play that series, the global game with Arizona. The way he just moves on the ice, he looks like a beer league goalie. He's an NHLer, but he looks like a beer league goalie. I will just say it like that. It's the weird stiffness, no fluidity in his movements. Yeah, he has good style, though. Shout out to Vince from TCM, formerly Bar Down, who does all the pad designs and gear like that. His gear is so sick.
And Dannington, any disagreements in terms of just, in terms of whether or not Big Save Dave's a beer league goalie or just the concerns with the Kings
He
roster?
Looks like a beer league goalie. He moves like a beer league goalie, but he's an NHL goalie.
I see.
You can dream too if you want to make it to the NHL, is what Endo is saying. The biggest question I have with the Kings this year actually revolves around a certain former number 2 overall pick.
Damn it.
Where does Quentin Byfield fit on this team?
Yep.
Yeah.
And I thought, before they acquired Dubois, 3C would be great. He's not a 4C. And he struggles playing on the wing. But now you have 3, arguably, 2 shutdown centers, 3 if he, puts some effort into it, could be 3. But this is a big year for Quentin Byfield, and I don't know how long the experiment lasts when you're talking about a team that's trying to contend. I don't know if you're trying to hope that it eventually breaks through when the rebuild supposedly happens in LA, but this is a big year for Byfield, and if he doesn't show some consistency, I do wonder how long that leash is. I think there's still a playoff team. If Talbot stays healthy, they've got a shot. But, the window is obviously closing. But for as long as Kopitar is playing well, and if Doughty can play, 20% serviceable defense, there's something there. But this is going to be a really big year for Quentin Byfield.
They have a lot of those younger guys. The Byfields, Anderson Dolan, Alex Turcotte, Akil Thomas. There's a lot of those younger guys where it's like, all right, you're kind of... Byfield's obviously a little bit younger, but you're getting to that point where you want to start seeing them break through and really be kind of impact players and take away the jobs from the veterans that are on that team at this stage, the Trevor Lewises of the world. It's a good question, though, at this stage where, right now, Cap-Friendly has Quentin Byfield on the top line left wing spot alongside Kopitar and Adrian Kempe. If you can't make that work, even if you're a natural center, if you can't put up decent numbers next to Anze Kopitar and Adrian Kempe, it does start to raise the question of all right, what is your situation moving forward?
Just to add on to Danny's point, because that was exactly the same thing I was going to bring up is, where's Byfield going to fit in? I mean, he has 33 career points in 93 career NHL games. He's now 21. This is when you expect those guys who are high picks, and second overall is, about almost as high as it gets. There's just so much hype around him, and it's just not working so far. And if you're a team like LA who made the playoffs, you have Kopitar who's 36 and Drew Doughty who's 33. You also can't really wait for people. If you want to get back to the playoffs, you can't wait. Like Kopitar just signed that new deal, and it's freaking team friendly. 2x7 for Andrei Kopitar is exceptionally team friendly, and you're hoping to make a push. You're hoping for one more. And honestly, the Kings have done such a good job rebuilding in a quick amount of time to be able to have this window. I agree. Like, I completely agree with Danny. How long do you give Byfield? Because, like you said, Tougie, if you can't play with Andrei Kopitar and put up decent points, there's maybe a problem. You can't be a specific type player. If you're a second overall pick, you got to have flexibility, especially as a younger guy on a roster that's a mix, and he hasn't shown that yet.